Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the obscure PT, and after so much requests, I have it here. So this is Sword Art Online Feral Bullet. Ooh, nice name. So this game was developed by Dimps, which I am not really sure who is these guys. I never investigated its past. And it is using Unreal Engine 4, so it's not going to be a very easy game to run on this laptop, but nonetheless, we are going to try out and see how the game goes with this laptop. But overall, it's like that. About the game, I'm not going to talk too much about the game because, well, I have no idea about what this game tries to achieve. But this is the graphical settings, okay? So I have everything set to the minimum possible, okay? And it's nice to see that this game features a resolution scaling, okay? So it's set to 75%, which should be something close to the resolution that you are seeing now on screen. Okay, so I'm using Borderless to record because I wasn't able to record without being Borderless, but I do recommend you to use full screen because it has less input lag. So let's jump now to the results. So on the SBC Gloken, which is the main hub, it's like a city that you can explore. With the minimum settings, with the native resolution, I was able to get an average of 23 frames per second and the 1% low of 16. Which is not good, okay? So I decided to drop down the resolution scaling to 75%. This is the settings that I'm using in this video, okay? And the average was 34 frames per second and 1% low it was 21. But if you decide to drop down your resolution to 720p and use 75% of resolution scaling, you will be having an average of 37 frames per second and a 1% low of 24, which is much more acceptable as you can expect. Although you are not going to spend the entire time on the hub area, you are going to have some sort of small scenarios where you are going to fight mobs and enemies, small enemies, and well, you know it. So with the minimum settings I got an average of 20 and the 1% low of 16, so not acceptable. Dropping the resolution scaling to 75%, which is again what you are going to see in this video, I got an average of 32 and the 1% low of 26, so it's acceptable, okay? But if you drop the resolution to 720p, you are going to get an average of 35 and the 1% low of 28, and my phone is ringing, it's not yours, okay? Okay, so I have new stuff here on the channel too, so I now show you the VRAM usage and stuff like that. So the VRAM usage of the game was around 1.3 gigabytes. The RAM was below the 4 gigabytes, so if your laptop have 4 gigabytes of RAM, you will be able to play the game nicely. CPU usage was completely fine in this game, and GPU usage was giving its maximum. Okay, so regarding consistency, this is a different story, okay? So I used the mob scene to gather these results, and as you can see, for me the 720p with the 75% resolution scaling, it's a good option because only 7 frames only 7% of the frames was lower than 30 frames per second. But if you want to enjoy the native resolution with 75% resolution scaling, 22% of the frames will be lower than 30 fps. As you could saw, with the native resolution in minimum settings, all the frames were below 25 frames per second pretty much on that scenario. So that's all about the performance. Now I'm going to show you a little bit about the game. I'm going to explore a little bit the Gloken, the SBC Gloken I mean, which is the hub area. It looks like this. It has a lot of screen space reflections on the floor, and this is where you can communicate with other players in game, I mean on single player, okay? And well, go to the shops, fetch the items, and you know, stuff like that, okay? And then after this, after showing you a little bit about this around the city, I mean, I'm going to show you the wastelands where you see how the fighting gameplay works, okay? So about the game itself, I'm not really sure what can I say about the game because I'm not really into it, but as far as it looks, it's quite interesting, the history or the story about this game, because the story is about a player, just like you and me, that enters in a game, which is Sword Art Online, but has evolved to the VR MMO. So basically, the character is aware I mean, all the characters are aware they are inside the game through a VR equipment. So we are playing basically an MMORPG on a single player, but the characters assume they are playing those MMORPGs inside a VR toolkit. So I'm pretty sure this is going to happen in the future, who knows, 10 years, 20. I'm pretty sure this is going to happen more times sooner in real life. We are going to get MMORPGs using VR, I'm pretty sure of that. But it's actually nice to see a game creating a story like it was already reality. So it's quite interesting. So guys, I think that's all. I don't have too much stuff to say about this game because I'm honest, I don't understand shit about it. Okay, and that's all guys, so thank you a lot for watching. If you want to keep enjoying the rest of the video, you can continue. I will be killing mobs and the end is not going to be good. And for some reason, if you are interested in this game, I have a link on the description for the Steam page where you can get the game. But if you want to get it cheaper, I also have a link of Kinguin where you can get the game $10 to $15 more cheaper if you want. So if you get the link through there, you will be helping out the channel a little bit. Okay, so guys, thank you a lot for watching. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, and I hope you have a good day, and goodbye. Thank you a lot, guys.
Nvida 到着っとお疲れ様クレハ嬉しいよわーいスナイパー注意フェイトを散らしてくれわーいはっはっもっとやれば手を貸してくれ倒した手を貸してくれえいクレハバカフェイトを散らしてくれ入った手を貸してくれはっ入ったフェイトを散らしてくれやった仕留める手を貸してくれまだまだきついな頑張れよ頑張れよオッケークレハありがとう入ったフェイトを散らしてくれすごいすごいやるわねクレハ嬉しいよいいぞアバスオンに切るお疲れ様きついな無理しないでアバスオンに切る目的地に到着しましたネームドエネミーだ押せるかな負けたのかダウンです袋叩きにしましょう相手にならないこれで終わりオンに切るアバスオンに切るこれでどうだ入った ったすごいのです。使うわよ。投げるわ。グレネード。行くぞ。最高です。任せてよ。最高です。出る。アバスオンに切る。わーい。手を貸してくれ。はっやっ仕留める。賞金首よ。さあ覚悟はいい？すごいのです。入った。いいかな。すごいのです。ヘイトを散らしてくれ。厄介だな。厄介だな。厄介だな。きついな。結果のか。